Hey you guys, and welcome back to the weird part of YouTube. Yes, that painting is still right there from the last video, and I'm still looking for a spot to hang it, but I don't have nails and I'm not gonna go to the store to buy them. So anyways, as I am here, the stay-at-home order where I live is extended for another month, which means that end of the month is when they decide whether the stay-at-home order is going to be lifted or, we're going to be staying at home indefinitely. I hope not, because as everyone is striving for normalcy, so am I. But believe it or not, I love staying at home. I love, just staying at home and chilling. But I do miss certain aspects of the social, stuff, like driving to places and all that stuff. So all the good stuff. So hopefully we all go back to a normal and then complain about not having enough time and having indefinite weekends. So the good times anyways. So this quarantine has definitely changed me in, I would say, for better and for worse, because I did develop a lot of bad habits during this time. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that. So I read a meme. Yeah, my source of inspirations are all memes, if you didn't know by now. But yeah, I saw this meme where it says that if you're still complaining about not developing new habits out of the quarantine, or if you aren't a changed person both physically and emotionally or mentally, then the problem is you and not your excuses where you complain, hey, I don't have enough time, I'm busy, I am not feeling the best, which sometimes we all do, but it's just excuses. Although quarantining does make a person so much different, I did agree with the meme, but I did take some aspects from it, which was discipline. So I actually achieved most of my New Year resolution. New Year resolutions are mostly like my habit right now in terms of my eating habits, mostly eating habits, which I wanted to change, as well as exercising and practicing a new skill, which is what I'm currently doing. So I didn't have a vision board for 2020 as such. I know some people, when it's like Jan 1st or the first week of Jan, they pin down, they want to write down all their goals and stuff. It was just in my head what I wanted to do this year differently. I did start the new year a bit weird as well, but I didn't expect things to take a quick turn like it did right now. So here are my New Year resolutions. So number one, give up sodas. And this one was particularly hard because I love sodas, specifically Fanta, Coke, and Pepsi. Mostly Fanta and Sunkers, depending on how orangey it is. I believe Fanta is a better option. But yeah, so any kind of soda, Dew, Mountain Dew, 7-Up, Sprite, those good old sodas. I completely gave it up from the dawn of the New Year. I was like, no more sugary drinks, which was very hard. So because it is very hot sometimes, and I grew up in a place which was very hot, so I used to always drink Coke because it gives you this instant energy. And when you're walking and it's really hard. I don't know what I'm saying right now. What I'm saying right now is that I gave it all up, and I haven't touched a can of soda since the New Year, and it's almost 120 days, 125 days. Yeah, so it's May 3rd right now. So yeah, didn't drink any sugary drinks since then. The second resolution was giving up on sugar, which is kind of in a tricky area right now, because I said no added sugar, in the sense I wouldn't be adding more sugar to what I already have, but at the same time consuming products that do contain sugar is still in the area. It's sort of a gray area, because there's sugar everywhere and it's very difficult to avoid. But yeah, I do take breaks sometimes when I need to indulge, otherwise I'll go nuts and berserk. So I have been trying to be healthy. There's this one day once every fortnight, or once in 2 weeks, or bi-weekly, whatever you want to call it. I do eat cookies, chocolates. Those are my staple and I love them. So yeah, trying to just weight control my sugar was one of the biggest challenges, and it still is. So hopefully towards the end I can take something out of it. I did go a month without eating any junk, no sugar, like no added sugar, no sugary products as well, and it took quite the toll on me. Anyways, because of not eating sugar, my skin has gotten a lot clearer. I don't get as much acne as I used to, so probably it's because of sugar. I read somewhere it was, but anyways. The third habit is exercising more. Again, this was sort of a resolution that came up after the quarantine. I was exercising, but not as much. But due to the quarantining, I saw all these Insta celebrities and all these workout videos, home workout videos on my feed, and I'm like, you know what, there's no excuses right now. I have plenty of time, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, constantly doing that as well. So those were my resolutions. There's another one, which is reading more. I've heard so much about why reading helps and why it's important, and not just fictional books, because I could read that all day, but like motivational or spiritual books, I'm not interested in those either. So basically working on like financial books, or just reading in general from the recommended, and just trying to gain some insight out of it. It's kind of hard because I prefer podcast or something that's like short and encapsulated, so that it saves on time. So doing that as well, but that's on a like medium or like low priority versus the ones that I just mentioned. And also practicing a new skill, which is what I'm doing with my piano all day. I do try to practice. So yeah, those are the four resolutions, which has almost turned into a habit. So here comes the bad part of the quarantining, which is shopping more than necessary. I've sort of become an addict to Amazon. I wouldn't like go so much on Amazon before, probably like 2 or 3 orders, or maybe 4 maximum per month, but right now it's on an excessive amount. Again, I realized that very quickly that it is excessive, so I quickly dialed it down because I'm spending way more than I should. So I am taking precautions, but because of all these panic shopping and stay-at-home order and everything, I have this sudden urge to buy more than what is necessary. Something like, I need like 6 cartons of almond milk or 12 cartons. Let me double it down, So I wouldn't do that generally, but all of a sudden, I'm like, yeah, I need it right now. So sort of that behavior, I'm trying to put it in check. Again, this is because of the pandemic, and I'm trying to like be a little cautious and not go too much outside. But it is bad, and I am making sure that I put myself in check. I'm not really a shopper per se. Even if I go to shop, I don't go aisle by aisle. I just shop for what I need. But when I did shop for essentials like not too long ago, I think about 2 weeks ago, I ended up buying some more unnecessary items, which I usually wouldn't. So trying to put that aspect in check as well. So here's my normal, what a day looks like during quarantine. And yep. So I just realized I forgot to film the last part, which was basically the outro. So do one thing today, just write down all the good habits and the bad habits that you develop during quarantine, and try to work on them. That's how I've been dealing with. For me especially, it is excessive shopping on Amazon. Although I'm not a shopping addict, I wouldn't call myself that, but there are some items that I do purchase which are clearly not necessary. And the good thing is that I'm still working on maintaining those habits that I did mention, and having a disciplined life, which I hope I can sustain. So that is all, y'all. Hopefully we get out of this real soon. And that's all, y'all. Stay home, stay safe. The more that we are, more that it's contained, the more we can actually all return to normalcy, which you guys should know by now. So let's hope that it happens real soon. That's all, y'all. See you later in another video. Bye.